Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello guys, this is Mohsin Azam interacting with you from my YouTube channel Business Innovation. Today we are going to start our 19th lesson of Excel tutorial, which is conditional formatting in Excel. The topics which we will discuss in this lesson will be introduction to conditional formatting, using formula in conditional formatting. The third one will be advanced example. In advanced example, we will discuss two examples here. One is highlight every nth row, and the second one is creating dynamic search. Okay, so first of all, we will start with introduction to conditional formatting. What is actually conditional formatting? Conditional formatting is actually format cell or range of cell based on a condition. If the condition is true, the cell will be formatted, and if it is false, it will not be formatted. Conditional formatted can be accessed from home tab, then styles, and from style we have to click conditional formatting button. So here, as we have home tab, in home tab we have conditional formatting. Here in styles, by clicking this, a new window will be appear. So first of all, we have highlight cell rules. So for highlight cell rule, first of all, we will select a range of cells, which is here all numbers. Then we will go to conditional formatting. In conditional formatting, we have highlight cell rules. In highlight cell rules, we have different options: greater than, less than, between, equal to, text that contain a date occurring, duplicate, and more options. This more we will discuss later. Now in the highlight cell rules, we will discuss all these options. So first of all, we will go to the first option, which is greater than. By clicking greater than, here a new dialog box will appear. In this highlight dialog box, we have to select, we have to write the number for which we want to define, for which we want to keep the condition in the selected cell. So here I will write 150, or sorry, 160. So all the cells, 160 will be more, will be less, I will write here 180. So all the cells which contain 180 or greater than 180 should be highlighted. And here, which type of format I want to keep, here we have some predefined formats. You can define your custom format also. So by clicking here only, I will define my fill. I want to make this cells as a green fill, and by clicking OK and OK, so see all the cells are formatted based on the condition. Those cells who satisfied the condition is formatted as a green fill. Now we can supersede the existing conditional format with another conditional format. For example, now highlight cell rule, less than also you can keep, but now I will go to between. So between, I will define here 150, and here I will define as 170, and here I will define my condition. I will click custom, and I will click this blue fill, and by clicking OK and OK, now see the existing previous format, which was greater than, is also here, and I supersede with another conditional format. So like this you can use the highlight cell rule format. Okay, after this we have text that contains. So if you click here text, for this you need text, so I select here the text. Now if you click here text that contain, so here you have to specify. For example, if I write here only BAB, and I will define my format here as custom. I have defined here my fill by clicking OK. So all the text which contain BAB will be highlighted by yellow. By clicking OK, again I will go to highlight cell rule, and here for this for the duplicate value I will select this second column. I will go to highlight cell rules, and here I have duplicate values. By clicking duplicate values, it will highlight all the cells which is repeating in the selected range. So what I will do, I will define my red text I will define here, and by clicking OK, so all the values which are repeating will be, the color of the text will be changed to red. In same duplicate value we have one another option which is unique. So all the cell which contain unique value, if I want to format, I will define my format here by custom format. And if you want to keep any border like this dotted border, you can keep outer border, clicking OK. And custom format, if you want to change the fill, you can change the fill also, and by clicking OK. So see, now these two unique values are highlighted. By clicking OK, the cells will be formatted. Now one thing more, to clear the rules from the cells, we have already all the cells consist of some rules. Now if we want to remove the rules, what we can do, we can go to the conditional format, and here we have clear rules. In clear rules we have two options: clear rule from the selected cells and clear rule from the entire sheet. So as we select the cell from which we want to remove, I will click here clear rules from the selected cell. By clicking OK, all the rules will be removed. Okay, after this, top and bottom rules. So for the top and bottom rules, I will select again all my numbers, and I will go to the conditional format, and here we have top and bottom rule. Here we have top 10 items. So all the items which are coming from the selected list as a top 10 will be highlighted. By clicking top 10, here we can change top 10 to top 5 or anything. For example, if I want to reduce it to top 5, top 6, top 7, and then I can format, and I can define my format as a blue fill, light blue, and I will define here as a top 2 only, and by clicking OK. So now see, 250 and 200 are my top 2 values in the selected range of cells, so it will be highlighted. Again I will go to the top and bottom rule. Here top 10% will be highlighted. Similarly bottom 10 and bottom 10% will be highlighted by implementing this. So by bottom 10%, if you select here, I don't want to highlight bottom 10%, I want to highlight bottom 2%, and I want to keep here the format as custom format, and I want to keep here as green format, and by clicking OK, so 150 is the bottom 2%, and by clicking OK, it will be formatted. Again I will go to the conditional format. Here we have top and bottom rule, and here we have the option is above average. So if you click here above average and define here the format as a brown, by clicking OK, so if you see here the average is somehow, the average is 182. So if you see here, all the values which is above 182 will be highlighted. I will click OK. Next, what I will do, I will go to top and bottom rule again, and below average you can define also. And again I will go to the clear rules, and I will clear the rules from the selected cells. Okay. Next we have data bars. So what is data bar? I will select again the same range of cells, and I will go to the conditional format, and here we have data bars, and here we have different data bars. We can apply different data bars. Data bars will show the bars in will bring the bars in the cell based on their values. So the higher value will have the larger bar, followed by the second, third, and fourth, and for the least value, the bar length will be the smaller one. So like this, you can implement different type of bars in your cell. Okay, I will go to clear rules and I will clear the rules from the selected cells. Again, we have color scaling. There are different color scaling based on the values. So if you see here in color scaling, we have different options. First, if you select the first one, we have green, yellow, and red color. Green is for the higher value, followed by yellow, and followed by the red one. So like this, we can scale our values based on the value. If the value is larger, it will be highlighted with green, followed by yellow, and then at the end the least value will be highlighted by red. I will go again to the same conditional formatting and clear rule, and I will clear my rules. The third is icons. We can bring some icons also there based on the values. So here we have same for the larger value, green and the yellow will be for the average value, which is somehow in between 33% to 66%, and for the lowest 33% it will be red one, and for the highest 33% it will be green one. Similarly, these icons we can implement also. We have some other icons, like all the icons you can show, it will differentiate the values from each other. Here we have another icon which is tick mark, cross, and explanatory are. So like this you can introduce the bars also. Okay, next we have new rules. So in new rules, if you go here to conditional format, here we have new rules window. If you click here the new rule window, a new window will be appear. In this new window, we have format all the cell based on their values. So if you click any of this format, see the custom format will be available here. So first of all, we'll select the format all the cell based on their values, and here we have styles. So the format style is 2 color scale. Here I can convert into 3 color scale also. So the same here, 3 color scale. For the lowest value it will be red, for the mid point value somehow near to 50 it will be yellow, and for the high value it will be green. We can change the color like this. Now the lowest value will be highlighted by yellow, followed by blue, and then green, and by clicking OK it will be formatted. Sorry, I did not select the range. First of all, I have to select my range, then I will go to the conditional format, new rules, and here we have the other option which we have is icon set. Icon set we can define here. The icon set is a show icons only, or we can define the different type of icons, and the rule for the icon is defined here, where the value is 67% greater than values as a percentage. If it is greater than 67%, the icon will be green. If it is less than 67% but greater than 33%, it will be yellow, and if it is less than 33%, it will be red. By clicking OK, format the icon will be, the cell will be formatted with the icons. New rules, here we have data bars also. Data bar also you can customize, you can change the color, any color. For example, I will make here yellow color, and by clicking OK, the data bar we can bring also here. I will go to the conditional format here, and I will click here clear rules from the selected cells. Again I will go to the new, and here the second option is format only cells that contain. Now the second option is if you want to format the cell based on their values. So if this, here we have the cell values, here we have different option. Specific text, if you want to specify specific text and you want to format the cell. So here we can select different options like cell value, special text, date occurring blank, if you want to format the blank cells, no blanks, errors and no errors. So first of all I will select the cell value, and now we have different options for the condition. First of all we have between, not between, equal to, greater than, less than. So I will select here greater than or equal to. Now I have to define here my value. See here I will define 170, and now I can format, select the format here. For example, if I want to make green fill, by clicking OK, so the cells will be formatted. Now we have new rules, and in new rules, format only cell that contain. Here what I will do, I bring some error here. Now what I want to do, for the errors I want to format this as a blue, and by clicking OK. So for all the errors the cell will be formatted as a blue fill. Okay, new rule. Now next we have format on only top and bottom ranked value. So if you see here, as we discussed before, here we have different option, top and bottom. So if you select here top, and if you want to select format only top 10 values, then you don't need to click here tick mark. But if you want to format all the values which is top 10%, you can click here the tick mark, and you can specify here the percentage. Here for example, if I need top 5%, and I will format here with this fill, and by clicking OK, so the cell will be formatted. Okay, next we have new rules. We have format only values that are above or below average. So this is for the average basically. Here we have two options, one is for above and one is for below. Equal or above, equal or below, first deviation above and below, these all are the options. We will select here below. So below average, and I want to format this as a gray fill somewhere, silver color, and I will click here OK. So all the below average will be formatted as a silver color fill. Okay, next is format only unique or duplicate values. So for unique or duplicate values, as we discussed before, we can select the text, because this unique and duplicate is for the unique. Okay, unique and duplicate we can apply for the values also, but I will select here the text, and I will do here, I will go to the new rules, and I will go here to format unique or duplicate value. Here we have two options, duplicate value. If you want to format duplicate value, you click here format, and you can select any format like font color. Here we will make our font bigger. I want to change my font to bold, and the color of the font is this one, and I will click OK. So all the values which are duplicated will be formatted as a bold with a yellow color. Again I will go to new rules, I will click here unique or duplicate value. Now I will select here unique values, and I will format this as a fill with this lighter green, and I will click OK. OK. So all the unique value will be formatted with a green fill. Okay, next we have clear rules. So a clear rule already we discussed that if you want to clear the rules from the range of cells, you have to select the cells, you have to go to the conditional format, and here we have clear rules, and by clicking clear rules from the selection for the selected cells you can clear the rules. Okay. Okay. Now one thing more, I will select all the values. I will go to the conditional format and I will define any rule, for example greater than, and I will define here 170, 170, 160. Okay, and I will format this to custom format as a light green fill, and I will click OK. Now I will change this sequence 60 to 170, and I will click OK. Now we have already one rule there. If you want to modify the existing rule, what you have to do, you have to go here to conditional format, and here we have manage rules option. So in manage rule option we have the existing rule here. If you want to define any new rule, you can define the new rule from here for the current selection. First of all, it's written here current selection. This worksheet, the here we have different options. Some tables are also here, so all the different options you can select from here. So what I will do, I will select here the current selection, and I can define any new rule for that. A new dialog box will appear. For example, here if I want to define this above average also, all the value which is above average should be formatted with this fill, and I will click here OK. OK. So now another rule is here. OK, and I can rearrange here this to the top one and the second one as a second one, and here we have option stop if true. So if I click here this one, so this rule will be stop here by clicking here stop if true and apply. Okay. So here if you see here we have no changes, but manage rule, if I remove here and I apply this by clicking OK, manage rules, what I will do, I will bring this one to the top one, apply. Okay, so now the second one will supersede the first one, as if we change the sequence, so this yellow, the green will be supersede the orange color, so no color will be available here, and no orange color will be highlighted here. But if you change the sequence, you will see here we have edit rules. If you want to modify the existing rule, for example if I want to modify this one, you can select the rule and you can click edit the rule here, and you can change the rule. The existing rule is cell value greater than this one, and you want to change the format. If you want to change it to blue color by clicking OK, and you can apply it, and it will be, the rule will be changed. You can delete any rule by clicking the select the rule from here, and you can delete it, and by clicking OK, the rule will be implemented. Here again you can click here the new rules, and you can clear rules, and you can clear the rules from the selection. Okay, now next is use formula in conditional formatting. So the same procedure we will follow. For example, this is the range of cell which we select. Now first of all we will define one condition. So the condition here is if G5 is greater than 150, here we will change it to 160. So now this formula, Control C. Now we want to use this for all this range of cells. In conditional formula, we will go to new rule, and here we have use formula to determine which cell to be formatted, and here we will click, we'll put the formula equal to G5 greater than 160. Then we need the format as green, and by clicking OK, so all the values which is greater than 160 is formatted as green. I'll click Control Z. Next, as we discuss here in this condition, we only highlight the values in the cell column. Now if we want to highlight complete row, what we can do, we will do here, we will define one condition. For example, we want to highlight Pakistan here. All the rows which contain Pakistan should be highlighted. What we can do, we'll define here Pakistan, and now we'll define here one condition. If this location is equal to Pakistan, I'll click here F4 to freeze it. F4, I'll click enter. And one thing more, Shift F2, I have to freeze the column also. So here I will click F4 to freeze the column. Now I will paste this in the lower cells, and similarly no need for this, we'll delete this. Now I will select the formula, copy, and I will select all the range of cells which I want to highlight. Now I will go to conditional formatting, new rule, use formula to determine which cell to be formatted. I'll paste the formula here, I will define the format, and I will click OK, and see. So now by changing the name of country here, the highlighted rows will be changed. Okay. Now next is highlight every nth row. Highlight alternate rows using formula and conditional formatting. So here again we will highlight the alternate rows using conditional formatting. So here what we will do, we will use the mod function, mod tab, and then we will use row function. For the mod function we need actually the number in the divisor. So here for the number we will use the row function. So row function will give us the number, and now divisor. If the divisor is 2, it means if the row number is multiple of 2, and I will copy this, because if we see the row number here, the row number is 4, the divisor is 2. So then if it is true, if it is equal to 1, then it will give us true. So in this case it will give one alternate true and false. So now what we will do, we will copy this formula, Control C, escape. Now we will select all this, and we will go to the conditional formatting, new rule, use formula to determine which cell to be formatted. We will paste here again the formula, and we'll define here the format is blue, and I will click OK. So all the alternate rows are highlighted. Now if you want to change it to, and here we have the first row highlighted, then the second is not highlighted, then the third is highlighted. If you want to change it to, change that, like if you need the second row to be highlighted, the first row not to be highlighted, second to be highlighted, followed by the third, and so on. So what we will do, we will go same again to the conditional formatting. We'll here go to manage rule. This rule we will delete. This we will edit. Here this I will make a 0. And by clicking OK, apply. Now see the alternate rows are highlighted. Now if we want to highlight every third row, so for the third row what we will do, we will go to the conditional formatting, manage rule, edit rule, and here what we have to do, here we are asking that if the divisor is odd, and if it is equal to 0, give us true, otherwise false. OK, apply. So now see every third row is highlighted. We can edit the rule, modify, and if we make it 1, OK, and apply. See, now again the third row is highlighted. So like this you can highlight the rows by using formula. Okay, now next is create dynamic search. So for the dynamic search, create dynamic search, for step 1 you have to use a search formula. Step 2 is you have to use is number formula. Step 3 you have to use and function, and then developer tab. So step 1 what we will do, we will use the search formula. So what we will do, search tab, and I will search this one, comma, within text. Okay, I will search in this, sorry, one I will use, and I will close the bracket. Now what I will do, I will freeze this one, and I will freeze this column F2, this column F, so that if I want to copy it into the next column, this formula, this search within the text from where I want to search this value should not change. So here I will freeze the column, I will click enter, it will give me 1. Now if I copy it to the next, it will give me 1. Okay, now here I will copy Z. I will copy all this to the lower cell. Okay, I will change here this to Pakistan instead of Brazil. So wherever now Pakistan is coming, the formula will give me 1 1. Now step 2 is we have to use is number function. If it is number, give us true. So here what I will do, I will use here is number. If this is number, give us true. So now I will copy this to the next one and to the lower cells. So now wherever we have number, what we will do, we will copy this formula and we will paste this by selecting all these cells. We will paste this in. So on tab, conditional formatting, new rule, and paste this formula here, and I will define the format as green by clicking OK. Apply. Now by changing here the country name, like if I want to change it to Russia, RUSSIA, click enter, the Russia will be highlighted. Now I want to make this search as a dynamic. For example, if I write only here RU, it will not take it. So what I will do, for this I will go to the developer tab and here I will insert a text box and I will go to the properties and I will link this to this Russia I3 and I will close it. Now if I write even a single word of a country, for example if I write here TU, see it will highlight the Turkey, or for example PA. So now what we will do, I will move this to here. Now by writing, and I will click again here. Now by writing here anything here TUR, it will highlight the row related to TUR. The row which contain TUR will be highlighted. But one thing more, if you notice here, we have empty in it here. All the rows are highlighted here, which is not correct. So for this, what we will do, we will use the AND function, and tab, and now I3 not equal to empty, comma, and here I will freeze this I3 again and I will close the bracket. So here what I am telling, that if the I3 is empty, I will drag this whole formula to the lower cell, it will give us false, because of using AND function. So if the both conditions satisfied in AND condition, then it will give us true. So either the first condition or the second condition, both should be satisfied, then it will give us true, else false. Now what we will do, we will copy this formula, we will go and select all these cells again, on tab, we will go here, manage rule, here I will remove this one, I will modify this Instead of this, now I will paste the other formula by clicking OK, apply, OK. Now, if this cell is empty, if I3 is empty, or anything in the text, or if the text box is empty, all the cells will be not highlighted. Now, by start writing anything, like for example BR, I will start highlighting Brazil. Similarly, for RU, it will start highlighting Russia. So that's it for you today regarding the conditional formatting in Excel. Hopefully you understand the conditional formatting. If you like the video, please subscribe my YouTube channel Business Innovation and follow my Facebook page. Thanks for watching.